he picks up, and then if he doesn't, you go at him and say trot, so that he starts to think when you bring up your energy. So when I want them to go faster forward or in a transition, I think energy and I squeeze at the same time. So I'd squeeze with my calves and think energy forward.
I think a lot of it is my intention piece.
Yep.
That, but again, like Janet was saying too, you're like, oh, if I push him forward and go to the gate, what if he spooks and we're moving fast? Like, all that crap is in my head.
Right.
You just have to be like, but if I'm doing things correctly, he's not going to spook, he's not going to be worried.
Right. And you've got to start thinking about being in the moment and not what's going to happen the moment after the moment. You know? Because when you sit on a horse and you start thinking we're going to get to the gate and he's going to spook, and you're putting pictures in your mind and he's seeing them, and so he's going to go, no, I don't want to go to the gate and be spooky, and you know. So
you do think like if I'm riding,
stop. Right.
He's like, okay, and I'm like, I don't even. That's really like.
He's really in tune to that.
Yeah.
And you both, he and you, need to think energy forward, energy forward, energy forward. Even in your downwards transitions, you need to be thinking forward into the trot from a canter, forward into the walk from a trot. You know? It's not about getting lazy, it's about getting forward and using your body until I say you can stop and rest. Get back. Let's go. Yeah, just stop 1 second. I'm just going to come in there for a sec.
That's fine.
Your intention is much better and your energy is much better. But I want you to start using the bubble.
Okay.
All right? Don't go at him like this. Go at him like this.
Okay.
Right? You're moving out of my space. Right? But if I just do this, you don't really feel threatened.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, that's a very big difference.
It's a huge difference in energy.
Yeah.
So I'm going here, and here's my bubble, and if you happen to be in the way, you know, I gave you a lot of warning, buddy. Right, I'm going to go over here again, and here's my bubble.
Okay.
If you get out of the way, it won't hit you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And how we use the rope with energy means stuff to them.
Okay.
So a lot of people will do this. They'll hold the rope, and then I say move, and they go. And I'm like, what? Like, where is the energy going when you've got the... Like, this is why we use the rope like this if we want to move them, and I use it like this when I say, here's my bubble.
Okay.
See?
Back.
It's literally a bubble around me.
Okay.
I'm showing him where my energetic bubble is.
Okay.
And I'm adding energy to it by using the rope.
Okay.
And that's why he goes out of my way when I turn. Because if you do this, you're only putting energy straight that way. He doesn't have to move.
Okay.
But with a bubble, he has to move out of the bubble. Right? And it's not my intent to hit him.
Right.
If he doesn't move out of the bubble, he's actually doing it to himself.
Okay.
You know, so it doesn't become, he doesn't resent it. He goes, oh, should have moved out of that bubble, right? And that's how he learns. He goes, I should move. If I move away when she does that, I don't get hit. But if you're looking at him doing it, you're saying, I'm coming to hit you. That's the predator in us. And that's why I keep saying, when you do that exercise, you're just going to the tree, and he should be aware of where you are.
Yeah.
And then if I go back this way, he should be, and if he's not, I'm going to say, don't forget my bubble, right? And I let that rope slide so he can just be, I don't do that and then pull on him.
Okay.
I just do it and say, move. All I want you to do is move.
How do I transition that to riding when he gets stuck?
Hard to say without seeing you riding. But what have you been doing? Because if it's working, keep doing it.
We usually just try and turn him, and just at least to get his feet moving, and then like I'll cut across the ring, and then we'll work a little bit on the lower end, then I'll try and expand it a little bit so that we're trying to be more proactive, like let's turn him before he gets stuck, and then leg yield a little bit over more and more.
You do shoulder in?
Yeah.
So where he gets energetically stuck is in his shoulders.
Okay.
He totally gets stuck in his shoulders. He's more than willing to do this with his butt, but he sticks in his shoulders.
Yeah.
So I would do a lot of shoulder work. I would do a lot of shoulder forward down the long side and moving fluidly with his shoulders,
Okay.
and then change it into a shoulder four. I mean, a shoulder in, then a
Okay.
shoulder four, and
Okay.
then bend and go back. You know, I would get him moving those shoulders a lot.
Yeah, that he definitely is stuck in.
That's where he's stuck. So I would even do a lot of this stuff. See, he's so stuck that even when I did that, he almost fell on him.
Right.
He needs to learn to get off of his front end
Yeah.
and move those shoulders. Right? And you can help him on the ground by saying, back up, so you've got some weight, and now move your shoulders. See, that was easier for him.
Got it.
If he's stuck already, and you just throw energy at him, he's going to fall over like he just did.
Yeah.
Right? So prepare, and now move. Thank you. But you see how stuck he is?
Yeah.
Like, he's so athletic, he should be able to look like a Lusitano and do that.
Yeah.
And he does this.
Right.
Right? No offense. But that's what he's doing. So
And I feel like sometimes we'll just walk over ground poles and stuff. He just doesn't pay attention where his feet are.
Right.
He's tripping over them. Like,
and I don't know if you guys know Joanne Young, the wonderful massage here. She gave me an exercise where she tells you to think about bungee cords to their back feet from your butt, and from your core to the wither, and think about lifting that core. Because that's what he's got to do. He's got to lift his thoracic sling here, prepare himself, hold himself on his back end, and move his shoulders.
okay.
And he's athletic enough to do it. He's just so lazy. No offense, but he's lazy and on his forehead.
Yeah.
So he falls.
Yeah.
Whereas when he does it correctly, he would be beautiful. You know?
Yeah.
So on the ground, I would do a lot of shoulder, moving those shoulders.
Okay,
And also under saddle a lot of shoulder four,
Okay, great.
getting softness in the shoulders,
Yeah. That's
and not
really
letting him do a shoulder four or shoulder in where he's doing this.
Yeah.
You know, get him lifting his wither and using himself correctly. And if he falls on his forehand, fix it or get him straight and do it again.
Okay.
I mean, this is your department.
On an upward downward transition. We need to do upward transitions because he does. That's literally what we say. Don't
Yeah.
let him fall down in that transition. You got to stay up.
Up, right? And you should do a lot of backing with it.
Okay.
And back him in a circle. Get him backing and using his hind end better.
Okay.
Because he falls on his forehead, he's not getting muscular enough in his hind end. But when he does, he's going to be gorgeous. Right? He's going to be gorgeous. But so when I send him on a circle, you do it from here.
Okay.
Here, get back, move your shoulders over, and now go forward. Thank you. That's using your hind end going forward, buddy. And it was so jet propelled it came out the other end. Right? But that's how you should send him on. You shouldn't go to the side of him. It's like, no. But you shouldn't go to the side of him and send him, because then he can stay on his forehand.
Okay.
The cowboy way of sending them makes them get, I mean, they're all quarter horses, so they're very good at it, but makes them get back and over with their shoulders.
Okay.
Right? So now go this way. Thank you. Thank you. Now move. Thank you. Good boy. Right? Get the hind end. Get the hind end. Thank you. Now get back and go this way. You're going to do a little bit of quarter horsey stuff with this guy to get him thinking about lifting his front end. Get the hind end. Get back and forth. There. So we're doing a few rollbacks. Is really what I'm getting him to do. Think about, get the hind end. This weight's not so good. Think about what I'm doing here, buddy. Get the hind end. Now he's facing me. Now get back. Now get over with those front feet. Over. Thank you. See, that was pretty. But that's how he needs to start thinking about going forward by going backward. But you see how gorgeous, like to me that was gorgeous. Like he got way back and went, oh, I'm going forward. I'm using the hind end to push my wither up and forward. I'm not going,
Yeah, I'm not tripping into it.
right, I'm not just wheelbarrowing down the street. And he's not in 100% shape, so I wouldn't do it 20 times. But he really needs to start thinking, when I pick up this rein, I get back, and lift and go that way. Better. Good boy. See, there's nothing wrong with his forward.
Just needs to get unstuck.
Yeah, he needs to be unstuck. And he needs to use himself a little better. Stop. Pay attention. And he likes it. I mean, may not look to you guys like, but he's like, whoop, at you! And I don't mind that as long as he's doing what I want. I'd rather have that than like I get so tired when I have a horses that won't go forward. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
They should be doing the work, not